Hi YouTube friends, it's Chris and Steph of Brown Bagging with the Brazers, and we wanted to tell you about our cruise with Celebrity Summit. In order to get into St. Martin, we had to take a COVID test. It had to be negative.
Within 72 hours.
Within 72 hours. Then we had to email those results.
Along with our vaccination card to the EHAS, which is the health assessment for St. Martin. Then once that's approved, it's set up to 24 hours. It took me like 20 minutes, 40 minutes. It took Steph a couple hours.
Yes. For me, I just sent a screenshot of my negative COVID results, and I ended up getting rejected. So I sent it again because they needed a full form. They need your name, your birth date, where you got the test, what kind of test it was, and obviously a negative result. So when I sent that, we heard back within 2 hours, I'd say, but this was the night before our flight to St. Martin, so it was a little nerve-wracking. So once we reached St. Martin and got to the cruise terminal of Celebrity, they checked us in. We showed them our negative test results and our vaccine card. They gave us what's called a tracelet, and we each got one. They each had a number attached to it, and we found out later in the week when Chris has stopped working that if you press it, it lights up a little bit so you know that it is actually working. And that's how they keep track of everyone on the ship. Maybe someone ends up testing positive for COVID, so it kind of tracks who you've been around.
It's a contract tracing, I think it's called that.
Yeah. Once we got on board, there were 375 passengers on board, which typically there's about 2,000, so it was like a private cruise.
It was like a private yacht. It was awesome.
It was so nice.
I don't think we'll ever see that again, unfortunately.
Once we checked into our room, we got a phone call asking if we'd like to upgrade to a veranda at no charge. So we got a balcony room, which is why you saw in our previous video 2 room tours, and we absolutely wanted a balcony, of course.
So if you guys are on a not full, celebrity ship in the next year, I'd say, I think they're doing 60% out of Miami, and you get the offer up email, and you want to go from an inside to an outside, or an outside to whatever. Don't pay it. Either you're gonna live with the room that you picked, if you picked it all, or you're gonna get that automatic upgrade because 40% of the passengers aren't cruising. So I mean, it might be worth it for you. We could have paid the offer up amount, and we would have spent $400. It was $200 per person to go from an outside room to a veranda, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Might be something think about.
Each night, it was so nice. They went above and beyond. Each night there was something in our room with a little compliments of the food and beverage team, compliments of the captain, compliments of
entertainment,
housekeeping.
Yeah, housekeeping. So every night there was something different. Cheese platter, donuts one night, which was the best one.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Like little chocolates, like little truffles.
Yeah. Little truffles.
Fruit platter.
Yep.
It was,
bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I celebrated my birthday on board, and I think we got a free bottle of wine. No, a free bottle of wine just welcoming us on board in the room. Then a bottle of champagne, I think, for my birthday. And then another bottle of wine.
Yeah, there were 2 bottles of wine.
Yeah. So they really went above and beyond, just treated us so nicely. The dining room staff, we loved King and Luana. Shout out to them because they were the best. We were even sad to go to a specialty dining restaurant one night, and we just wanted to go right back to the dining room. Food was just as good, and the service was so good.
Yeah. We went to Curacao. We took a excursion to wherever the blue Curacao was made, and people bought, either the nips or the bottles, whatever it was, and they were able to walk right on the ship and bring it to the room. Security, it was just so small. They're like, just take it. If you want to drink it in your room, go ahead.
Yeah. They were great.
It was different, totally different.
Oh, and while we were in the dining room, I think on the last night, the captain came down with the cruise director and what's the second?
Whatever, the first mate.
First mate, yeah. The 3 of them went around to everyone's tables, checked to see how you were enjoying your cruise. It was just a nice personal touch because you don't typically see the captain. And you were in a seminar with the captain.
Yeah, I
They
went.
did a Q&A.
I went one day, and you know, you could ask questions. He gave you like a breakdown of how he got where he is, and what each rank means, and who's on, you know, the bridge at all times, or who's not there, and who needs to be there, and what the different like security levels are, and you know, danger levels for water or whatever. It was neat, and that's where I learned that there was 375 people, because somebody was like, "How many passengers are on board? How many crew are on board?" I think it was 800 or 900, something like that. Yeah.
Two, at least,
Yeah,
for every person.
2 per person.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cool.
And then with that, there was no wait for anything. You go up to the pool, grab whatever chair you want. It doesn't matter if you got up there at 8 a.m. or 1 p.m. There was always a chair available. Great seats by the pool.
You
up
want
in the
shade,
sun.
yeah. You want sun, you want by the bar, you want by the, you know, where the
live
dancing's
band,
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
awesome. The best experience that we'll ever have. And once you arrive in the cruise terminal, it's a, you know, your vacation begins. Once you're there,
That's it. Take the mask off. And,
yeah.
you know, if you want to. The other strange thing is, every time we get on Celebrity, we used to get champagne.
Yes.
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But when we did get on board, there was a row of employees just applauding you,
Yeah.
walking, you know.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
If you haven't been on a cruise in a while.
Yeah.
So.
We were just happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely recommend. So if you have the opportunity, go check out the Celebrity Summit.
It was neat.
So thank you for watching. Chris and Steph of Brown Bagging with the Brazers. We'll see you next week.